Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I am about to tell you who I will be voting for in 2024. Well, the reason for this, guys, is because the channel has 3,500 beautiful subscribers, and then I am so grateful for all of you guys. But today, I have decided to come back on the screen and tell you guys the reasons for me voting for the individual that I will be voting for in 2024, and to let you know that we are coming back to make these type of contents. Yes, we're gonna be talking about politics. Some of you guys out there might not like it. Some of you guys out there be like, no, Rick, what are you doing? Please, let's stick to the reviews. Let's stick to the watches. Let's stick to the Rolexes. Let's stick to the. I gotta bring to the table the reason why most of my viewers selected me to be one of the people that shows on your YouTube when you click subscribers or subscriptions. So thank you to all you guys, 35 beautiful beasts out there. You guys are amazing. God bless you. I really hope that you like this video. Let's get with it. Let's get started, guys. Reason number one: economic policy. Some people might be asking, like, hey Rick, what are you talking about economic policy, guys? It's very simple, guys. This is probably the number one reason why many companies out there went out of their way to hire more individuals, okay? Trump's tax cuts, like the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017, aim to stimulate the economy. For example, many businesses use those savings to expand, which led to more hiring. Okay, so if me as a corporation receive a large tax break from the government, means that instead of me having to pay the government $10 million in tax cuts, the government said to me, you only have to pay me $5 million. Most companies, of course, will use the extra money to expand, to grow their businesses, and as a cascade effect, they will need to hire more people. That's the reason why unemployment was so low during the 2016 to 2020 years. So, I mean, they were beautiful. They were beautiful. Reason number two, guys: job creation. Okay, under Trump, the unemployment rate hit a 50-year low before the pandemic. There's no way to put it. I mean, industries like manufacturing saw a crazy growth. Okay, a crazy growth with companies like Ford announcing new factories in the U.S. I mean, and many others. Okay, now we are seeing that some companies are trying to move they're trying to expand. Instead of trying to expand into Mississippi, Chicago, California, Texas, Florida, and into any of the states. What is happening, guys? So like John Deere, they're trying to expand into places like Mexico. Okay, perfect. Go expand to Mexico. That's what President Trump said. Go expand to Mexico. And what will happen to that company? They will be hit if President Trump gets elected as president. He's gonna put some taxes on those companies. Okay. What will happen with those taxes? They're gonna bring the price of those products, tractors, whatever the case may be, higher. Okay, so as soon as he see that these American-based companies' products are coming here, let's say at $10, but we are receiving the same product from a Chinese company who's being taxed at 30%, just like John Deere. What President Trump is going to do? I like that. What President Trump is going to do? He's going to raise taxes on these offshore companies, 100%, because that's how you do business. So if you don't understand it, guys, research it. Okay, there is a podcast that I listen to, and it's called PBD. Let me check real quick. It's on oh no, Spotify. It's in Spotify. Like, I have my Spotify, and then I follow this guy called PBD Podcast. That's their podcast right there. Hopefully you guys can see it. And and he talks about it. I'm gonna link. I'm gonna put a link in the description below of the video so you guys can see a good podcast, or you can listen to a good podcast where Patrick talks about Trump's idea for this situation, because he's a man of reason. Okay, reason number 3, guys: immigration reform. Trump policies aim to secure the southern border, 100%, which supporters argue. I mean, some supporters argue that helps protects American jobs. Okay, I mean, you can argue that they did not, but for instances like in states like Arizona and Texas that actually touch the border, they reported reduce illegal crossings, contributing to local job stability. And why this is the thing, guys? Why this is the thing? Okay, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be very honest with you. Go to your and then let me tell you something. I got nothing against Mexicans or Venezuelans or Colombians. I'm all about immigration. I mean, if you want to come to the United States, God bless you. Come, arms, open arms. But you have to do it the legal way. Okay, if you come across the border, breaking whatever laws, because I mean, if you come across the border, you're in breach of many laws. So that all I'm saying is, immigration is good, but immigration has to be done properly. I'm gonna put another link on the video description where it gives you a picture on how immigration reform done correctly might help some individuals, but on the larger scale, it will not help the countries from where these individuals are from. So let me give you a quick example. I want you to take a look at this, 1 quick minute, and you tell me.
It's actually worse than it looks here, because last year when we took 1 million immigrants, these countries added, births over deaths, 80 million more people into the impoverished population. And this year, Congress is bringing in 1 million legal immigrants. And this year, according to the United Nations, these countries are expected to add another 80 million people. And next year, you can be quite sure that Congress, unless stopped by the American voters, will bring in another 1 million immigrants. And these countries, unfortunately, will be adding another 80 million people into these impoverished nations. We could take 5 million a year, but we'd never get ahead of what's happening in these countries, not in this century.
Now that you saw that, what do you think? Do you think that immigration reform really helps, or just really help individuals? Immigration reform only helps the individuals. It helps our nation if we can get the greatest and the best, but it does not help the locations where these individuals are coming from. So if you're an immigrant, you're watching this, I love you. I'm vouching for you, I'm rooting for you, but we have to do this the right way, okay? And then I hope that Trump finds the right way to deal with this situation, because it's a real serious situation. So blessings to all you guys. Reason number 4, guys: foreign policy. Trump brokered the Abraham Accords, leading to peace agreements between Israel and several Arab nations, which many view as a significant step towards stability in the Middle East. But let me tell you something. During President George W. Bush, we went to war. I was deployed. I went to Iraq and Afghanistan. Okay, well, I went to Afghanistan in 12, so that would be under Obama. and I went on 6 under Bush, and we deployed 03 under Bush or Clinton. Bush. So I can tell you guys, that thing was crazy. So under Bush, under President George W. Bush, the administration started a new conflict. Under President Obama, the administration started new conflicts. So we have 2 terms of Bush, 2 terms of Obama, and then we have 1 term of President Trump, and now 1 term of Joe Biden. And by the way, I support all the presidents out there. I'm not saying that I don't support them if they're Democrats. No, once they get elected, go ahead, sure, we support you, and I am cheering for you, and then you got my full support. But when we are in election, I'm gonna tell you who I'm voting for, okay? And yes, I gotta tell you, it's one of those things. So under Bush, we have new conflicts. Under Obama, we got new conflicts. Only under Trump, we did not saw, and I was in the military, my retirement certificate has President Trump signature in it. I'm blessed. We got no new conflicts under Trump. Now we got President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris, and we got Gaza went into Israel, Russia went into Ukraine. I mean, we got many others out there that we cannot talk over this, because I still got friends out there that are sitting in some of these how you call it, tents in the in places that are in conflicts. But we're not gonna talk about it. I'm just gonna tell you. Number 5, law and order. Okay, Trump's support for policy funding and his response to protests help many cities implement community policing programs aimed at reducing crime rates. Okay, so what are we talking about? Okay, because Trump funded the police, he did fund the police. They were able to have programs for individuals who were otherwise on the streets, like we are seeing them now on their, I mean, you saw what happened in Seattle. You saw what is happening in Chicago. I mean, Chicago is crazy, man. And I got a lot of battle buddies that are from Chicago that joined the army. You know why they joined the army? Oh, the streets. And then when you talk to them, they tell you, the streets, because they want to be tough, they want to be gangster, they want to whatever. But when you sit down with them, you have a beer, and you're man to man or man to woman talking about it, and they tell you the truth. They tell you, man, it was bad. They tell you it was that bad that I have no other alternative other than going to a gang and trying to survive, or going to the military. And I'm sure I saw that in the military. I'm pretty sure that they do the same thing with fire departments. People from Chicago and these places that are tough, and some places in California, they go into the military, they go into the police academies, they go into the fire departments, and these are the good guys, because the guys that did not have a chance growing up, the guys that were too late to think about it, the guys that were too close to the nasty, that got no chance. Those guys out there are the ones that they're still in the hole. I mean, it's tough, man. It's tough.